Hey, everybody. What day is it? It's Friday. It's Friday Focus. I didn't give you the little intro today. Um, hey, give me a little shout out if you can see me. Give me a little shout out. Anybody here yet? Not yet. All right. But we are recording and this is coming to you live. Hi, give me a shout out. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, I can see your comments. If you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, I cannot, but I'll see them later. All right, so everybody, good morning, Renee. Thank you for that. Okay, everybody, it is Friday Focus. Every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Laura Berman Fortgang. I am the author of Now What 90 Days to New Life Direction and the owner of Now What Coaching. And today is a little bit different fare because you're used to me talking about finding what you want to do with your life, some fine tuning of how you get there. And today I'm going to give you some brass tacks of job search because two reasons. One, a lot of people ask about resumes and how to get seen out there. And two, we are debuting our Job Search Academy, which you can see across the bottom on the ticker here. And those of you on Instagram, you want to go to nowwhatcoaching.com and look for our Job Search Academy, and the link will be in the bio. So anyway, let's get into it. So there's this thing called the ATS, right? The automatic tracking system, and that's how you put your resume online. Now, kids, let me tell you about the old days. This is like before I even was ever looked for a job. In my dad's day, you actually got a letter back and they said, no, thank you. Right. But nowadays you just go into the black hole. You don't know who saw your resume. If you're making any advancement whatsoever, you get no feedback. And I feel for you. It is the black hole. But today I want to give you tips on how to master the system. I'm not going to say beat the system, but master the system. So let me tell you what happens, right? You put your resume in. Now, it doesn't matter if you apply on LinkedIn or you applied right on their website or you applied on Indeed or somewhere else. They all go through the same automatic tracking system for that company or for whoever the recruiter is that's looking for this match. So that statistic is that really only 1% to 2% of those resumes get an interview. And especially when there's tens of thousands of applicants. So how do you rate? How do you get to be one of those 1% to 2%? And that's also why, folks, you need to be doing a job search strategy that includes more than just applying online. Again, a reason to be with us in the Job Search Academy with our experts on how to do that. But today, back to the ATS. So look, goes in the ATS automatic tracking system and it's looking for matches. It's like, looking for a match on match.com, eHarmony, Tinder, and it goes boom, 100% match or 80% match. So those recruiters or hiring managers are looking at those top matches. Now, how do you become a match? First of all, if you're going for a stretch, like you've done something and you want to get to the next level in the same industry and you've never done it before, a stretch is okay because your resume is still going to rate. But if it's something that you have nothing in your resume that's a match, the ATS will just spit you right out. So how do you up your success? I'm going to talk about it in two ways. One from a techie way, like, what are the technical things you need to do? And one in terms of the content. All right. Something's telling me that we're not doing so well here. All right. I think whatever. Was dealing with Instagram. Okay. Back to you. Tech. Nothing fancy. Don't go crazy. No, we don't want any fancy fonts. We don't want any fancy columns. We don't want graphics. We don't want charts. We don't want anything other than well-organized font in Calibri, Times New Roman, Helvetica, Arial, very simple, well-known fonts. And let me tell you why, because you want to put a Word doc in. You do not want to put a PDF in. I'll talk about PDFs in a minute. You want to put a Word doc in. It is the friendliest format for the automatic tracking system. And unfortunately, you can't let your creativity run wild. If you're someone who's in a creative field, and a lot of people want to show that in their resume and how they design it, if you're in graphic design or in a creative field, you can have two versions. You can have your Word doc plain version that goes in the ATS. And then when they ask if you want to upload any further information, you can put your PDF of the fancy version. And that really goes for everybody. But just so you're aware, the friendliest version is a Word doc with very simple fonts, no fancy stuff, no boxes, no check marks, no charts, and just very clean. Now, content-wise, how do you make yourself a match? You look at the job description and you try to use as many of the words that are in the job description in your resume. Another great reason to have a Word doc for yourself, because nowadays, you can quickly change your resume to feature some keywords that are necessary. So you want to look at that job description and work on your keywords in your resume to match the ones you see in the job description. Any phrases, any industry lingo, anything that can be the same, you're going to increase your matches, right? So it's looking for same language, same phrases, and industry jargon, whatever the case may be. Now, again, you're not looking to go way outside of your purview, but you want to play up that language. Okay. So think of it as almost like it's taking an x-ray as it comes in, and it's like looking for the match. Does this match what we're looking for? Does it match the map that I've set out? That's how you're going to get your chance to be seen. Now, again, all sources, no matter where you apply, go through that ATS, so don't ignore that. But there is a way to work around the ATS that most people don't take advantage of. And if you do, you probably get the attention of a hiring manager. You want to invest in a LinkedIn premium account because you can go searching, you can contact people, you can see who's been looking at your profile. What about spacing? Someone asked me. I'll answer that in a second. So the way to work around it, you have to still put it into the ATS, but you could look for that hiring manager if there's any names. Do some research and see, company name, who works on LinkedIn in that company name. And if you're able to find someone who may be responsible for this area, also send them your resume. And there you can send them your pretty PDF, or contact them in a very professional manner and say, hey, I've applied for this job that I see is in your area. I'd love it if I could also send you my resume here so that we can make a connection. And that is okay to do. And it's a way to be seen and be noticed. And sometimes it makes the difference. So folks, back to that question. What about spacing? You want to keep your spacing, what's recommended, a space and a half, normally, or double space between sections if you can fit it. You never want your resume to be longer than 2 pages. 2 pages is okay. And look, like I said, I'm usually all about what do you want to do and how you're going to get there. This technical piece is really important, and it's part of why I've added to our Now What coaching offering, the Job Search Academy, with 2 partners, Tracy Gutierrez and Amy McGlynn. I think I'm going to have Tracy on with me next week, so that if you need more help with this, please check out that link below. Instagram, if you're watching, it's in the bio. And I hope these tips have been helpful for you. Remember, tech tips and content tips, and you want to have a comprehensive strategy on how to go for a job, because the ATS alone is a tough nut to crack. But you can do it with these tips. Good luck. Every Friday, come back here 10 a.m. Eastern, and have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.